Hey folks, Peter Crouch for Crash Course Podcast. Hey, you've been listening to me for years here. Hey, if you got in an accident, would you know where to bring your car right now? Would you know who to have it fixed? Probably not, right? Well, V&J Auto Body knows where you should have your car fixed. Right? These guys have been fixing cars since 1981. It's a family-owned business. These guys have been doing the right thing for over 40 years, and they're going to do the right thing for you. V&J Auto Body is located in beautiful downtown Lindenhurst. They can be reached at 631-226-0070. Why should you bring your car to V&J? For a lot of good reasons. I'll name a few right now. Certified facility. They have 26 separate certifications. Right, 26. That means they can fix nearly every single manufactured vehicle out there. All right, they have 2 production centers. One is 25,000 square foot. They can handle any size vehicle and any make or model. State-of-the-art painting facility with gas-fired and computer engineered paint facilities. Okay, they also have concierge, all right, 24-hour concierge service. That means they have their own tow trucks. They can come get your car where, when, and wherever you are. All right, they also have rental on the premises. All right, they have the professional staff in the office and the professional staff in the production facility. All right, some of the highest trained technicians in the industry work at V&J Auto Body. V&J Auto Body is looking out for you. They're going to fix your car the right way, the way you want it, not the way the insurance guys. Let V&J Auto Body represent your interests, not the insurance interests, and let them fix your car safely and consistent with industry standards. V&J Auto Body for all of your auto body needs. Give those guys a call, 631-226-0070, and go to VandJAutobody.com.
All right, buddy, welcome to another exciting episode of the one and only Crash Course Podcast. All right, I say exciting, and it is exciting. Hey, I got a lot of stuff to unpack here today. A lot of stuff. I'm stoked. I'm cranked. I'm ramped up, ready to go. I'm so juiced up over so much crap that's going on. I don't even know where to start today with respect to the insurance companies and what they're trying to do to us. It's just absolute insanity. And I get it. The consumer out there, right? If you're not in that industry, you're probably like, well, what does that got to do with me? Well, we'll get to that, okay? Because with the way things are going here, with the way things are developing, trust me, it's going to affect you very soon. All right? So a lot of crap to unpack there that impacts all of us, okay? All of us, because we're all paying this insurance. All right, so, and I know it's a nightmare. It really is with the price of stuff. And I think we get the wrong crew in there, folks. We may see prices that we haven't seen here in quite some time. But before we go down that road and I start really going off on stuff here, let me just say let me say a couple nice words here. A couple nice words are better than bad words. But seriously, folks, we talk a lot about, getting your car fixed and body shops and that industry and, what you need to do and why it's important. And I can't say enough about V&J Auto Body. As you know, they are a proud sponsor of this podcast. All right. We love V&J Auto Body. And, of course, yours truly works there. All right. I've been there over 9 years. All right. I am a licensed adjuster in New York State, as well as I have a ton of experience in the insurance side. All right. But that's not the point here. The point is you do need to understand why it's so important to know who's fixing your car today. All right, now you've heard me stress this before, and I'm going to keep stressing it because it's very important. Because I see this firsthand all week long. Okay, people come in, never been involved in that. Well, even people that have been involved in an accident, right? They may have actually had an accident last year or a couple years ago. And they're all discombobulated, and they did the wrong thing, or they went somewhere else, and they end up, even people that came to me and then had an accident and went somewhere else, they come back. Okay, they come back, all right, and they come back because why? Because they didn't have the right experience wherever they went. Okay, and on top of that, they had a bad experience, and guess what? They had to pay for that bad experience. All right. So that's why it's important, folks. You need to understand who's fixing your car, right? Just like I said last episode, we all know who's fixing our car mechanically, right? Man on the street, run up to somebody, your brakes sound like they're about the wheels are going to fall off the train, oil lights on, check engine light. We all have somebody, right? We all have somebody to go. If we don't, we go to the dealer. But when it comes to body work, when it comes to the car itself, all right, for whatever reason, we just don't invest the same amount of effort in that. And that needs to change. And we're changing that here at Crash Course. We've been changing that for the last 2.5 years. All right? And we're going to keep doing that until, I don't know, I guess until either I drop dead or we run out of money. At any rate, while I'm still here, we're going to keep communicating that. And so in light of that, all right, one place you absolutely should be taking your car to is V&J Auto Body. V&J Auto Body has been in business for 40 years. It's a family-owned business. It has transferred hands into the ownership of the business partner of the original owner. All right, that is James Verone. All right, and him and his son now own it. Okay, and we are doing phenomenal. We're doing fantastic, and things just keep getting better for us. And the reason for that, folks, is because we're investing in the future of the business. All right, and what does that mean as a consumer? Well, that's very, very important for you as the consumer. Okay, because if we're making the investments in people, processes, products, tools, machinery, equipment, all right, and training, all right, we're doing all the things that we need to do to stay current. Well, that means we're going to be able to repair your car the right way, all right, all the time. And we're going to be able to handle almost all major makes. Well, I would say at this point, every major make and model, all right, of manufacturer out there. All right, we just recently became Range Rover and Jaguar certified. We are Rivian certified as well. Structurally certified in aluminum, right, both for Cadillac and also Mercedes. Folks, only 10%, less than 10% of all shops across the country attain the level of Mercedes-Benz class certification that we have. All right, and that is aluminum structural repair capability. Think about that, less than 10%. We're also a gold star shop, all right, iCar Gold. Less than 10% of all the body shops across the country attain that goal. Folks, so what are we saying here? We're saying that V&J Auto Body is a state-of-the-art facility that cares about their customer, right? We're customer warriors, right? We stand in the shoes of the customer. We represent your interests, not the interests of the insurance company. Right? We repair the cars consistent with manufacturer requirements, and we don't care. All right? I don't care. I don't care if negotiations don't go well or this and that, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter. What matters is we fix your car the way you want it fixed. All right? And it's very important. Okay? A lot of body shops out there. They're not all doing the right thing, and they certainly today, more than ever before, okay, most of those guys simply do not have the capital, the time, the experience necessary, okay, to compete in this type of environment anymore. They don't. All right? They might still be there, folks, but trust me, they're a shell of what they were. All right? They just simply can't be keeping up. It's tremendous amounts of money, tremendous amounts of time. All right? V&J Auto Body is making those investments. All right, we have one of the largest production facilities on Long Island. We are the most certified shop on Long Island. All right, well, certainly Suffolk County. I would say maybe Nassau. There's a couple other guys that have probably attained the same level, but certainly in Suffolk County, we are the highest certified shop. All right, full concierge service. That means we can pick you up, drop you off. You need a rental car, we throw it on a flatbed, we take it to you, we pick up your damaged car, leave you a rental car. Folks, it's holistically all encapsulated. All right? So understand why it's important and understand who's fixing your car. All right? And for you listening of this podcast, it's going to be V&J Auto Body. All right? So if you need a reliable shop, and certainly if you have a high-end car, you need to contact V&J Auto Body at 631-226-0070. Know who's fixing your car, understand why and how they're fixing it, and understand what their expertise is, their level of professionalism, all right, and also the level of training. All right? Big difference out there, folks. You know, we like to say in the body shop business, there's the right way, the wrong way, and the cheap way. All right? And I know some people probably laughing, well, what the hell's the difference between the wrong way and the cheap way? Trust me, there's a lot of difference, all right? Cheap way, here we go. I'm going to give it to you. Right way, you can't tell the difference. Repairs last a lifetime. Wrong way, that speaks for itself, right? Cheap way, looks great, and within 6 months, you're scratching your head wondering what the hell's going on. All right? So there's the difference in a nutshell. All right, V&J Auto Body. Remember, when you have an auto body need or you're in an accident, call V&J Auto Body, all right? Let these folks fix your car because they know what they're doing. They also have the most professional office staff, very competent, capable people that know how to interact with the insurance company. Very important, folks. I'm going to get to that today. It's very, very critical that you understand the nature of the relationship between yourself and the insurance company. It's getting very adversarial today, all right? Trust me. So if you don't really know what you're doing, you don't know how to approach these guys, all right, you're going to get rolled. All right? I don't think that's a real professional term, but we're going to apply it here. You're going to get rolled, all right? And then what happens is you're not happy, you're disappointed, you're upset, you're pissed off. And on top of that, you're probably paying, right, deductible. Folks, let's face it, man, it's very expensive out there, right? A lot of you guys like me, you're probably increasing your deductible to kind of shave off that premium. I get it. All right, I just did it myself today. I went in there because I was getting robbed by these bastards. But here's the problem, though. You get an accident, you owe that money. All right, you get a $5,000 hit and you took out a $1,500 deductible. Whoops. Oh, boy. Now you have to come up with $1,500 of that. So if you go to V&J Auto Body, though, okay, go to V&J Auto Body, well, lots of times we extend what's called a deductible discount. How's that? All right, not going to get that in an insurance-sponsored shop. Remember last episode I railed about that? All right, folks, you're not going to get these kind of benefits. You're not going to get this kind of decision-making process here. All right, it's simply not going to happen. They're just going to tell you straight up, you owe me $1,500. I can't help you. All right, so. And remember, on top of that, you're not going to get a great job. Okay? You get a two-tone car. You get aftermarket. Don't even get me going. Listen, we're going to get to that. You're going to get aftermarket parts that may not even be certified. That's right. Okay? That's what I'm going to get. That's why I said when I said I got a lot of shit to unpack here. They're actually wanting shops to use parts that aren't even certified anymore. All right? So now you're going to get a car that the fender don't really look like it fits. The bumper cover's hanging off. You got a two-tone car. But, folks, this is the shit you're going to get if you go to an insurance-sponsored shop, right? But don't do that. You listen to this podcast, you're the smartest person in the room, and you're going to go to V&J Auto Body. If you can't get the V&J Auto Body, you go to collisionservicenetwork.com and find somebody on our amazing list. Got it? All right. Great. So here we go. All right. We're going to unpack a lot of shit here because I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I got a little tidbit here for you from our buddy Elon Musk. All right. I always thought this guy was brilliant, right? Brilliant guy, brilliant engineer, businessman, but I couldn't stand the guy. Him and this electric car shit and everything. So here you go with the electric car thing, right? So Musk explains that Tesla car batteries should last for 300,000 to 500,000 miles. Anybody listening to this? 300,000 to 500,000 miles, or 1,500 battery charge cycles, whatever the hell that means. I guess every time you plug that thing in, you might want to start tallying that up, keep like a little book, cycle 300, cycle 400. They claim that's between 22 and 37 years for the average car driver who, according to DOT, drives 13,000 miles a year. All right, I thought I'd throw that out there for our little EV drivers. All right, our EV lovers. All right, there you go. So there's the skinny on the battery. There's always a lot of water cooler talk, right, about the battery. What about the battery? The battery's $36,000. When the hell, well, you're not running down to AutoZone or anything to pick up that battery. Trust me. Okay, but that's what they claim. They claim 22 to 37 years these things last. I call bullshit, but I'm not an engineer. What do I know? All right, so, and it is electronic, folks. Anything electronic is going to break sooner or later. It's going to give you a problem. All right, so here we go. Right, I got a lot of shit to unpack, so we're going to unpack it. All right. Apparently, the insurance guys, right? What do I always say? What's the? I love this. I love that I came up with this. Genius. The insurance companies do what? Right? If I had a way for everybody to respond, I'd be getting a loud voice right now. One voice responding. Insurance companies find ways to cut costs when, where, and often, folks. Well, guess what? They're doing it again. All right? And they're doing it with you. Well, I shouldn't say with you. They're doing it against you. Right? And this is the issue, because they think people don't give a shit. Right? Do you give a shit? I give a shit. I mean, if my car's getting fixed, I have a brand folks, there's insurance companies like Geico, they'll put aftermarket used shit on your car. You could roll out of the dealership, get in an accident, and the next day they're putting used shit, Taiwan, China, wherever the hell they're getting this crap from, and they're putting it on your car. They don't care. They don't give a damn. Right? But now it gets worse. So when you use those parts, our Reg 64, right? In New York State, we have Reg 64. Thank God, it protects us. I can imagine if we didn't have this thing, I don't even know where we'd be. All right, we just all be bending over and feeling a lot of pain. So we're feeling pain anyway. These guys are is this some kind of an industry or what? Right? I mean, they are something else. The insurance business. So on top of the fact that as of 2021, our rates have gone up 55%. Folks, let that settle in. 55%. Hello, 55%. What the hell? Has your paycheck gone up 55%? Holy shit. I mean, this is incredible. 55% on premiums have gone up on average. I don't want anybody, going around out there, this guy's out of his mind, fuck him, he's quoting all kinds of shit. My premium only went up, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Okay, I get it. We're always talking averages here, folks. Remember. All right, simmer down. Deep breath. Always talking averages here. Right? Anybody take probability, law of averages, right, in college? Remember that crap? Statistics. Holy shit! I got it out of that class on the skin of my hand. I think I got a C+. At any rate, so averages. All right, we're doing averages here. We're not doing mean, median. We're doing average. Okay. So on average, 55% increase, and here come the insurance companies. They're like, whoa, wait a minute. We're going to collect 55% higher premiums, and now we're going to really put the screws, everybody, because we're going to start using non-certified parts. Now, I know you're scratching your head going, what the hell is this guy talking about, right? He's going off the reservation here again. Folks, in all our policies, it is written, slight variations depending on insurance companies, but for the most part, it's all the same because the insurance company's not going to tell you this, but guess what? The insurance policy, for the most part, all right, it's tweaked here and there, obviously, according to each insurance company. But for the most part, the insurance policy itself, okay, it must comply with state insurance law. So in the state that you're in, that policy is written. All right. So they want to use in Reg 64, it says you must use certified parts. All right. Now, what is a certified part? Well, let's say you get in an accident and you need a fender and a hood. So you come to me, V&J Auto Body, right? We look out for the folks and we say, hey, no problem, Mr. Jones. I'm going to get you a brand new Honda hood, brand new Honda fender. Great. That's awesome, man. I just bought the damn thing, I bought it 2 years ago. I own it. I love it. I heard I can get 400,000 miles on average on these cars. I really want to keep it. I want to keep it in great shape. Excellent. That's why you came to V&J, because that's what we do. We're going to return this car. It's going to look better when you leave. Right? Folks, I got cars that come into my shop, V&J Auto Body. I'm not kidding you. We have an entire shop, just a shop, that's dedicated to detail and final delivery. And these guys are amazing. All right, most of these guys have been with me 20 years. They were all older guys. They've been doing this most of their life. They are the best in the business. And these cars leave there, and you would swear it was a different car. Okay? That's how great it was. And we don't get paid for that. I don't get paid shit from the insurance company. You know what they tell me? That's the course of doing business. If you want to let a car go dirty, that's your problem. Believe that? That's what I get told. Okay? It's my problem. All right, so I digress. All right, so we were talking about the parts. So our Reg 64, which protects you and I, unfair claims practice, protects you and I against the insurance guys, all right, and the body shop industry. Now, all of a sudden, again, remember me, little old me, almost 30 years in the insurance business. I swear, I feel like I'm losing my freaking mind. I don't even know what the hell I'm reading, or I don't even know. I feel like I'm in an episode of the fucking Twilight Zone sometimes. I'm reading this thing black and white, and they're telling me no, we can use non-certified parts. And here's another one. Try this. It says in black and white right in the reg, a crash part is a bumper, a fender, a headlight, blah, blah, blah. They even go on to define what a crash part is, and I got jackasses telling me from these companies, bosses, no, that's not, a bumper's not a crash part. A headlight's not a crash part. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone sometimes. I'm like, it's really incredible. And then I thought to myself, well, hold on a second. I said, you're not in the twilight zone. You're in America today. Yeah. I said, holy shit. It's finally reached the insurance business. That guy, these people that we speak to try and clarify these things, he's actually communicating to me the way everybody else does today in America. A fact is just a simple inconvenience. It's absolutely astonishing to see. It's finally reached the insurance business. I said to my partner, I said, holy shit, the same crap that's going on all over in our lovely country is now happening in the insurance business. So you can read something in black and white like I did to this jackass, and he's telling me, no, that's not what that means. I have an associate's in claims law, and now I'm being told I don't understand what I'm reading. You can't make this shit up today, folks, all right? So that's the kind of thing we have to deal with. But again, at V&J Auto Body, we gladly deal with it, okay, because we take care of our customers, right? You go to an insurance-sponsored shop, folks. You go to an insurance company shop, a direct repair program. That guy's not going to give a shit. And I'll tell you something else. These direct repair programs, all right, they're contributing to this. I've said this for years, but now it's proof more than ever. The only reason why these son of a bitches think they can get away with this is because the shops that said that they would work for them and do shit for nothing are doing this. So it's like a default pilot program for all bullshit. Well, let's run it by our shops. How you doing? Hey, Tricky Dick Auto Body. Yeah. We want you to put these Taiwan parts on that are uncertified. You're gonna have to cut. You're gonna have to cut and trim them and rebend them and reshape them, get them on. You get fender liners that are like 1.5 feet wide. You have to shave them down. You good with that? Yeah, that's great. I'll do it. Sure, no problem. You got more Vaseline? My ass is getting a little tight again. I mean, it's incredible. And then so now they come to me and they think they're gonna run this bullshit on us. It ain't gonna fly, folks. It's not gonna fly. Now, that's one part of the equation. That's one part. The fact that now they want to try and use these non-certified parts. And here's another thing. Listen to this. Now you got some companies. Again, you can't make this shit up. You got some companies that have decided that New York State insurance law, that we just don't really need to. We don't really abide by that. We're looking at that as it's a voluntary thing. Okay, what do I mean by that? They don't even want to negotiate. I got guys coming in my shop, guys that are licensed adjusters by the state of New York, not all state of State Farm Progressive. State of New York, they're licensed by. Okay, they seem to forget this. They have amnesia. They come in and they start telling me, well, yeah, I'm going to do this and that, but then it's got to go to some third party. It's some jackass that's sitting in their underwear in a closet, and they're going to review it, and then they tell me to take shit off and send you a revised estimate. Folks, that is highly unethical and not consistent with New York State insurance law. But they're doing it. They're doing it. Okay? So now, the moral of the story. I know you've all been waiting with bated breath, right? You're all sitting there going, all right, this is all interesting shit, and I'm pissed off. I'm stoked too. I pay a lot of money for insurance, and for most of us, we pay, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I got to call them. You call them up, and this is what you get. You get bullshit, okay? You paid premiums for 20 years. You put one claim in. I don't know, Mr. Jones, don't look good. It don't look good. I paid you son of a bitches for 20 years, never had an accident. Now it don't look good? All right? So here's the skinny. All right? Because I know what's going through everybody's mind out there. You're probably like, okay, it's all interesting shit, Pete. We love it, man. We love you, pal. I like the fact that you're fighting the fight and you're standing up out there and you're giving us information. What does it got to do with me, right? That's the famous line everybody likes to use. That's the catch-all at the end of the day. What does it got to do with me? And I get it. I understand. Well, here's what it has to do with you. it's always about the money, right? We learned that little catch-all phrase from a young age. Follow the money, right? It's always about the money. So in this case, it's about the money, right? Folks, if this doesn't get taken care of, I can assure you, you as the consumer will be paying for it. So if you have a $500 deductible and the insurance company tells me, tough shit, go scratch your ass, this is what we're paying for, we don't care. Okay, no problem. So now I have a pile of parts that don't fit. I have to make them fit, right? And I can't. Or I do, and it looks like shit, and that's not the kind of product I put out. I'm incurring more of a cost. That cost has got to get passed on. It happens in every business, folks. Happens in every business, right? You go buy a TV, a car, a musical instrument, whatever the hell you're doing. It's a pass-through expense. That's how it's going to affect you. Eventually, you will be asked to pay more than your deductible. Okay? And unfortunately, with V&J Auto Body, right, I like to extend deductible discounts to my customers. I like to be able to say to them, hey, man, I really appreciate the fact that you came here, that you trusted us enough to take care of your car, to take care of you, that I'd like to extend a discount on your deductible. You know what? Insurance company said you got to pay $500. Screw them. Give me $250. That's great, right? Everybody loves that. Well, that might go away, folks. And when that goes away, you pay. Woo! There's a cliche. That goes away, you pay. At any rate, seriously though, okay, so that's one of the ways in which it affects you. Another way, all right, is time. Okay? Costs you more time that you're out of your car. And in some instances, this could impact, rental. Right? So if you get extended time, you only get 30 days on a contract. If you're uninsured, if you're claimant, it's a little different. So you more downtime on your car. Money's going to be passed through to you. You're going to be paying for this stuff. That's what's going to happen. They're going to eventually say, tough shit, this is it. Take it or leave it. I don't take it. I can't. I can't get your car. I can't get your car back. Now, if you go to an insurance shop, they don't give a shit. They're going to, put it all together, screws, whatever they could do, trim this, cut that, mud this up with plastic. Here you go, Mr. Jones. You got two-tone colors because they didn't get paid the blend. Nightmare. Disaster. That's not going to happen at V&J. All right? It's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen in a lot of line shops, independent shops. All right? But what is going to happen is they're going to have to consider passing the code. Now, I did an episode about this a while back. Check it out. Go to Spotify and find it. Right? It was very interesting about how some body shops are already doing this. Some of these guys are actually working this into their business model. They think this is a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's pathetic. I think it's bullshit. As a body shop person, I think it's bullshit. I think you need to find ways to fight the fight for your customer. All right, but they're already engineering this into their business plan. What do I mean by that? Well, they just give up. They just give up. Fuck it. I don't know. That's all the guy said he was paying me. I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Jones. You owe me another $250. Ah, okay. You couldn't get that from me? No, I couldn't get it. They told me no. All right? So that's pathetic. I mean, that's not what we do at V&J, all right? So I don't know what other shops do, but that's not what we do, all right? And other independent guys are actually considering this. Not a lot, but it's actually being talked about. It's already being this by the way rolled out from the Northwest. All right, a lot of shops up in that part of the country are already actually building this into their business plan, their business model. All right, so and some of that shit is rolling over here already. I think there's a shop or two up in Massachusetts and everything, Massachusetts, and I don't know, you want to do that? I don't know about you, but when I took my policy out, they said, choose your deductible, $500. That's it. I'll pay $500. You pay the rest. So now on top of $500, I got to pay another $500 because my body shop either can't or couldn't or wouldn't negotiate effectively. I don't know, right? But getting back to the parts issue, that's a serious matter, right? If they're telling me I got to use this shit and I know it don't fit the car, okay? And I can't make it fit and I can't get paid. What am I going to do? Well, I got to buy the part. I got to buy the OE part. That could be, it could be $50, $60, $10, $100 difference. And margins are very narrow, folks. And as they continue to shrink, trust me, this will be passed on to you as the consumer. All right, so that's why we all need to understand that this is a larger issue that affects all of us. Our premiums are going through the roof, and it appears that the service that they want to deliver is going down. All right, so moral of the story is here, you need to understand why it is so critical today, more important than ever before, that if you're involved in an accident and you need body work, okay, you need to know who's fixing your car. Before you sign anything, before the insurance company, with their cheerleaders and everything, woo, go to Tricky Dick, man. He's been fixing our cars for 5 years. They're not going to tell you that for 5 years he's had the highest complaint ratio and comebacks and everything. No, they're just going to tell you to go down there. All right? So we have to be very, very vigilant today. Please, I can't stress this enough. You get in an accident, take a deep breath, okay? Take a step back, and then remember me. Say, oh, shit, I remember that guy in the podcast. I got to call V&J Auto Body. And we'll handle everything. We'll handle it from start to finish. Okay? We'll help you call the claim in, file the claim, right? Explain the entire process to you. Right? Make sure that you receive what you're entitled to. Remember what I always said? You have rights, expectations under that contract. It's not all the insurance company. All right, and then of course we'll repair your car to pre-loss condition and better, folks. I don't say that. I say that in a joking way. We really do. I mean, we have people's cars that come in that look horrendous. Right? They leave. They look like they're in the showroom. All right? Again, remember what I always like to say. You get in another body shop, you're lucky you get a guy with a bucket of suds and a garden hose. All right. So remember, folks, we need to develop relationships with body shops, all right, just like we do with mechanical shops. And in this case, I'm telling you, V&J Auto Body is the place to go, all right? And it's not just because I work there. It's because of who they are. 40 years in the business, 40 years repairing cars, right? One of the most progressive shops. I would say probably one of the most 21st century oriented shops in Suffolk County, all right? And I don't know about you, but that says something for me. Like I said, I own my car. I have a beautiful 16 Ford Explorer. I love it. I take very good care of it. And you can damn well know that if, God forbid, I needed that kind of service, I'm going to want that truck returned in the same condition that it was before the accident. Right? And you're not going to get that if you go to an insurance company shop. And you're not going to get that if you go to somewhere else either. All right? If you don't ask the right questions and look for the right things. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up there. I think I unpacked some shit. All right, I talked about the the fact that they want to try and start ramming down our throats the use of uncertified parts. Very dangerous, folks. There's a reason why they're not certified. Okay? And then the other thing about where they want to corrupt the negotiation process, right? That's going to affect you. All right, if I'm negotiating and I get an AP for $8,000 and now I get an estimate back for $7,000, that's a problem, right? And that could become a problem for you. Okay? Could translate into more money out of your pocket. You're going to be asked to pay more than your deductible. All right? And that's why it's very, very important that you understand that you need to have a relationship with the right shop. And in this case, it's V&J Auto Body. All right? V&J Auto Body. They are always looking out for the folks and doing the right thing. All right? Go check them out. VandJAutobody.com. All right, folks. That'll do it. I will see everybody on the next episode, all right? Keep it real.